Your Majesty, so welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Thank you so much for your show of love. Thank you so much for all that you do for this community to keep growing. Hope you're well in all your ways, Your Majesties, and you're loving yourself and others like always. All right, today I'm going to take your mind to what is really happening right now in the motherland, how quite a good number of persons are beginning to wake up to the truth. It's not easy. It's not easy to have grown up all your life and just waking up to discover that almost all that you had ever believed, all right, in terms of religion, in terms of faith, all right, in terms of what you were subjected to accept as your faith, almost all of them are all lies and brainwashing, which some group of persons sat and put together so as to incite control over the whole world. All right, many persons are waking up, even though quite a good number of persons are still sleeping, not because they want to, but because they are afraid to accept it. All right, the truth is before our eyes, but the fear is there. What if this is just a demonic attack on the people, the chosen people? What if this is the doing of the enemy? What if this is the doing of the devil? Because of course this is exactly what those who are even in custodians of all these Eurocentric ideologies are putting in the heads of their people these days. Or something is going on right now in the media, you don't need to believe in those things, it is the devil that is using those people to come communicate to you, statement like this. So a lot of people don't really know what to believe in. A lot of people don't know. And the question I keep asking is, if everyone who is coming out to debunk these whole lies are coming to support the lies that have been existing, nobody will come out and say it's the devil that is using them. But because people are beginning to see the truth, those things that were covering the eyes of our people are beginning to fall off. All right, people are beginning to see, to discover the truth for themselves. People are beginning to use the brains that the creator had given to them. Because I keep saying this, that we were all created with a brain, and the creator was not stupid to have fashioned our brain in a way that we can reason, we can think, we can say, no, this is not, it's not going together at all. No, this doesn't make sense at all. God gave us that brain. The Almighty gave us those brains. But most of the times, because these people had already brainwashed us right from childhood. You remember that letter that King Leopold wrote? I think I'm going to be referring almost all my videos to those letters, because everything about that letter is what is really happening today exactly. And because we have been brainwashed from our schools, from childhood, our parents were brainwashed, all right, from very long time ago. So we grew up with all those ideologies, believing that everything that is Eurocentric is the truth. Everything that, is said is the truth. And we have to believe without doubt. Like, you don't have to question anything. These are how these people put us in check, and they keep controlling us till today. All right. I'm going to show you something that is going on right now in the continent, that it shows that, the creator is really doing the job on his people. And a lot of persons are beginning to ask questions. A lot of persons are beginning to say, no, this shouldn't continue like this.
Religion is actually an option for poverty. The question is, if we had more millionaires on the ground, would we have all of them in church?
Well, I doubt very much.
There you go.
And I saw in one of your social media postings, you say, you'll start the decolonizing process for yourself by doing away with the white image of Jesus Christ.
As of this weekend, actually, I'm banning the white Jesus myself.
Yeah.
I'm not asking anybody else to do it.
Yes.
But I woke up one morning, having worked as a minister for 32 years.
Yes.
And you wake up to discover the picture of Jesus is wrong.
Yeah.
It's actually a whitewashed Hollywood picture. And I don't believe that white guy ever died for any one of us. So that's for me. Yes. I don't know what the rest of the community would say, but for myself, that's wrong. The name Jesus on its own is wrong.
Yeah.
Because the letter J only appeared on our alphabet as of 500 years ago. So even Jesus himself, per se, Yeshua, never had that name being called on him. Then I wake up again and I discover the Bible has been edited. There are a couple of books that are missing in the Bible. Another problem. Israel itself becomes another problem, because they never went anywhere in a boat, and they were never sold as slaves anywhere. As the Bible identifies the Israelites, that they were going to be taken across the seas, they're going to be beaten up, And they're going to be thrown around with buttocks hanging outside. They'll be sold as slaves. Now tell me which nation on the face of the earth fits that description, except for the black people. So when you begin to look at the biblical text more critically, you begin to see the whole colonial facade falling off, that actually the 13th tribe, a book which I can recommend, which was done by Ford, must be read, that the whole concept of the Hebraic Israeli concept that Israel are these white guys who are rolling their hands on their side is not altogether true. Blacks
now went into Egypt looking like this.
White man was there.
Exactly. So you have it. We'll show you. Israel is in Africa. Israel is in Northeast Africa. So everybody that born in that region was dark-skinned people. So just like how you see the white man now in South Africa, he's in Zimbabwe, he's in the Americas, this is how he come and taking over Africa. And now he gave you what? He's God, man. So you have to take that down out the shot, man. You know better because you read it. You know better, you see better, man. Yeah, man. Hallelujah, man. That's Satan, man. Take it down, man. You understand me? Yeah, man. Take him out the shot, man. That's Satan, man. That oppressed us as a nation of people for generation, man. That oppressed us, man. You understand me? You read it here when it tell you the civilization of Egypt and Israel and Jordan were dark-skinned people. So who is in? What do you think they're fighting in the land of Israel so much, man? Yeah, man, take that out the shop, man.
Your Majesties, we saw all that because people are beginning to ask questions, and this is exactly what the supremacists do not like. They do not want you to ask questions. They just tell you to look at everything with the eyes of faith. Just follow everything. We don't see color. The Creator is no color. He can be white. He can be brown. He can be blue. He can be whatever. And when we are trying to say things like this, they tag us with racism, they tag us with, oh, we're becoming so diabolical because we are deviating from the right path to heaven, and statements like that. But I tell you that right now, people are beginning to be open. You know, there was a time in life where things like this wouldn't have happened, Your Majesties. Things like this wouldn't have happened, and whoever does things like this might even be, thrown into the forest. All right, because that person will be seen like, oh, this is the devil in person. But no, we are beginning to be so flexible in the sense that we question everything, Your Majesties, because most of the times you don't even know what is the truth. And for you to know what is the truth, all right, what is the truth, you have to do what? You have to scrutinize. Because you have senses, you have brains, and your creator was not stupid to have created you with senses, to have created you with reasoning, created us with reasoning, created us with the brains that we were created with. And I don't think those brains and senses and reasonings are there for fashion. They are there for us to use it. Because if we do not use it, we will be asked, why didn't you reason? Why didn't you use your brains? All right? Because it will be our responsibility. There is nothing jumping from anywhere coming to tell you, oh, this is true, or this is a lie. It's deep right in your heart. The truth is seated in our hearts. The lies are also there. When it is true, the truth, we will feel it. We will know it. Because deep within us, it's going to tell us, except if we are not in communion with our real person anymore. If it is a lie, you're going to feel it. All right, and it's not our fault. I think I keep saying it's not your fault that you believed all this all the while. It's not my fault that we believe in all this all the while. It's not your fault. It's not my fault that even up until now we are still thinking, are we sure this is true? There is this doubt that keep lingering in our heart because there are quite a good number of persons that still do not want to pull off from that comfort zone that they are already in. That comfort zone that tell them, what you know already, what you have been knowing is the truth. You don't have to deviate from it. These are all what they did to our reasonings, to our psychology and our brains. And that is why most of the times we don't really connect it. All right. There's something I saw again that's, I think I have a question, because these things, the originals are always hidden. The truth, the real truth are not brought out. Because what is brought us for us to consume are what will keep us in check, according to them. What will keep us in check? What will tie us down to be submissive? The truth is always there, sometimes right before our eyes. and
We're here in
sometimes hidden in
Jerusalem.
plain sight.
Randomly, these lights don't work because look how they have the Messiah painted. But the lights don't work. So you can't even catch that. You won't even notice it, how they have them painted. Look how dark that man is right there. Man. And then, whoops, the lights are on over here. That's interesting. Mira que es interesante. Ahora yo tengo que hacerlo en español. Mira, aquí lo tienes las luces aprendidos con escritos que se llama Jesucristo, que es un falso idioma. Digo, un falso, qué sé yo qué. Y vamos a ver dónde estás apagado, las luces estás apagado. Vamos a ver las fotos de los mismos Cristos. Mira, el tipo es negro. ¡Wow! Mira eso.
Now mention where you are, where we at. We're in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. We are at the Roman Chapel. And one of the things that we want to point out to our viewers today is that if you could shine the light upon this picture of Yeshua, and you see that his ethnic originality is African. Now, these pictures are always in the dark in this particular church because this depicts the true ethnic origin of Yeshua. Yeshua was an African Hebrew Israelite. And here, these pictures depict his true pigmentation. Okay?
All right, Your Majesties, I believe we all have seen for ourselves and we've picked something from it. And I keep saying this, that we will not be tired. We will keep sensitizing ourselves until the truth is all out there before our eyes. A lot to try to hinder this, a lot to try to tag you something else, try to turn your mind into looking at yourself like you're becoming something else because you are beginning to unfold the truth for yourself and for your friends and neighbors, of course, because there are lots of persons that are living and surviving and making their life off the lies that are being brought to us today. A lot of persons are living off it. So they want to keep you down into those lies so that they keep living off you. Even when they know deep within themselves, when they know that something within themselves is telling them what we have been believing have been a lie, we have been part of this whole supremacy group trying to hold people down, they still wouldn't give it up because that is where they get their daily bread from. And this is a fact. This is what we see in the society. Leave your comment and thought there in the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always. Bye for now.